Rich Bonsall says if they send DK at Norman all game, it's going to be ugly, very ugly.
Let's save that. Let's save that for because we have a whole topic. Appreciate that donation, but we have a whole topic on that because I've got some things to say about Josh Norman.
All right. No, we're on right now. Let's
there we
go.
Go.
Right now. The Josh Norman debate. He's leading the league in forced fumbles, and it feels like he's leading the league in defensive pass interference penalties. He's committed 10 penalties this year, and he's not particularly. I mean, his method of coverage is hold. So, but he's also. Was he knocked out? Six fumbles?
Yeah, 7.
Is it worth it? 7. Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
Clearly to Kyle Shanahan, it's worth it.
Yes.
Here's something that I want to point out real quick. Trevon Diggs, who everybody loves, has so many interceptions. Also leads the world in catches receiving yards and penalty yards. He has a lot of penalty yards.
Wow.
So he giveth and he taketh, right?
Giveth and taketh.
So what would you take? And here's the example I'll give you. Trevon Diggs gives up a catch that puts the other team on the 1. But then they go at him again, and he intercepts the pass, and he runs it back 99 yards. He give it, he take it. What's the trade-off, right? Here's my fear with Josh Norman. Here's my fear. There's one game where he just gets torched, and he doesn't knock the ball out and do anything. I mean, look, even this past week.
Could be this week.
Even this past week.
Next week.
He forced a fumble. They didn't recover it.
Right. That's right. He did. He knocked it out. Yep.
So you knocked it out. Cool, but they didn't get it. Now, I watched them hold Justin Jefferson and then get baked. How do you hold the guy and then still get beat? How? What? What? Okay.
Yeah. How?
One more thing I want to point out, too, that really bothers me more than anything, aside from the holding, aside from all that. Josh Norman goes rogue. Meaning, there's switch-offs, your responsibility. This man's just like, I'm supposed to be in the flat? Nah, I'm going to run to the middle of the field. I'm supposed to switch this off with, the Mo Alley Cox touchdown against the Colts. I'm supposed to switch this off with Tart? Nah, I'm going to go play the run.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp.
I'm going to make a play.
Right, Cooper Kupp on a wheel route. K1 Williams is telling you, like, with the hand signal, this is yours. Nah, going to run to the third quadrant. My problem is what happens when he doesn't force a fumble, force a turnover, and the entire game he gets baked. This is playing with fire with Josh Norman. This is my fear. But it seems Kyle Shanahan is cool with it and wants to live with it. So it doesn't matter what I have to say. That's just my fear, that it's going to rear its ugly head at the wrong time. And the trade-off that you've been giving him, and you haven't been checking him either. That's the other thing too, Kyle Shanahan. You have not been checking him for his blown responsibilities, for his continuous penalties, because he peanut punches the ball out. It's a very funny thing, right? Like, it's a very funny thing. Brandon Ayuk's not running fast in practice. I need more from you. Trey Sermon, you're not doing something. You go on special teams.
Diamador Lenore made one mistake against the Packers. Out.
Josh Norman, blowing assignment after assignment. You don't even have to be a film guy to see it, right? Like, you don't even have to know X's and O's, coverages, anything like that. Watch other guys direct him and tell him this is what you need to do, and him go, don't give a, I didn't want to curse at you. Don't care. I'm just going to go do this. That's my fear, is if he's not turning the ball over and he's getting baked over and over and over, then it's going to cost you a game. And it might cost you at the most crucial moment. That's the part that you're playing with fire with Josh Norman. Right now.
And when you mean the most crucial moment, like in the freaking playoffs, playing against Tom Brady and Mike Evans, or Dak
Aaron
Prescott.
Rodgers.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
You're up against Devontae Adams, and Devontae Adams is cooking you.
Remember what the Packers did to the Niners? They had no respect. As soon as Aaron Rodgers got on the field, it was deep ball on K1. I mean, deep ball on Josh Norman. It was no respect. I think, at the worst moment, it's going to – and the thing is, if you had been playing Diamador all year, dude might have improved. Josh Norman isn't going to get any better. He's only getting worse.
Thank you. And that's the thing, right? You'll live with the bumps and bruises with Diamador Lenore, right? He's somebody who's playing the game at this level for the first time. Josh Norman has been here for how long? And not only one is diminished, two is just being insubordinate in terms of his assignments.
Yeah, he's freelancing, which you can't have on a good defense. You can't have that.
No.
Now, I know my dad used to tell me that Ronnie Lott would freelance from time to time. That was Ronnie Lott. Okay? Josh Norman can't do that. You're a cornerback. Cover your guy. Cover the right spot. Yeah.
You can't freelance when this pass rush is basically non-existent without Nick Bosa either. Like, you have to be sound in the way that you play right now. Like, this secondary, everything right now is be sound, be steady, because this defense isn't dominant. It's solid. And you can't have any sort of mistakes like this. Look, if you get beat in a matchup, that's one thing. Absolutely ignoring your assignment. What the hell is going on, Kyle Shanahan? Have you checked this man at all? Are you afraid of Josh Norman? Did Josh Norman take your lunch money? What happened, Kyle?
Yeah, how come Josh Norman has all this leash to make mistakes and do whatever he wants, but and he's not going to be here next year, but someone that you drafted who had rave reviews all of training camp can't have that same luxury? I mean, isn't that backwards? I don't get it.
I mean, like Hufanga was out of place on that second touchdown to Adam Thielen. But I'm fine with that because he's a rookie learning. Yeah. He's gonna see that. He's gonna understand that you can't do that again. You can't float too far. And that was just a good connection between Thielen and Cousins. That's it, man. Like I would live with that rookie mistakes. But if you're a veteran, you're brought here to be solid and steady, and you're just living with it because he punches the ball out at this point. And that's the part. You're playing with fire. It's going to blow up in your face eventually.
Yeah, and I feel like every time the Niners go up against a team and they don't go after him a lot, I'm like, well, you kind of let the Niners off the hook. And as the season gets, down to crunch time and the game plans get a little more sophisticated, I mean, they're not going to be going to Mosley. We're going to talk about him in a minute.
So that's my point. Is
they're going to go with Jimmy Ward.
That's my point. So you have two cornerbacks, right? Two cornerbacks. You're looking, and it's not even that and we're going to talk about Mosley because I feel like nobody is, but you're looking at two cornerbacks, and they're choosing Josh Norman. They're choosing to try Josh Norman over and over. Why is that? He's diminished and he's not doing what he has to do, and that's on film. If I notice it, other teams
and the penalty waiting to happen.
Yes, absolutely. So I mean, but hey, he punches the ball out.
Hey, that's nice. I appreciate it. I mean, no one else was forcing fumbles for a while on this team.